Chapter 4 Animal Kingdom. When you look around, you will observe different animals with different structures and forms. As over 1 million species of animals have been described till now, the need for classification becomes all the more important. The classification also helps in assigning a systematic position to newly described species. Basis of classification. In spite of differences in structure and form of different animals, there are fundamental features common to various individuals in relation to the arrangement of cells, body symmetry, and nature of coelom, patterns of digestive, circulatory or reproductive systems. These features are used as the basis of animal classification, and some of them are discussed here. Levels of organization. Though all members of Animalia are multicellular, all of them do not exhibit the same pattern of organization of cells. For example, in sponges, the cells are arranged as loose cell aggregates. That is, they exhibit cellular level of organization. Some division of labor activities occurs among the cells. In Coelenterats, the arrangement of cells is more complex. Here, the cells performing the same function are arranged into tissues. Hence is called tissue level of organization. A still higher level of organization, that is, organ level, is exhibited by members of Platyhelminthes and other higher phyla, where tissues are grouped together to form organs, each specialized for a particular function. In animals like annelids, arthropods, molluscs, echinoderms, and chordates, organs have associated to form functional systems, each system concerned with a specific physiological function. This pattern is called organ system level of organization. Organ systems in different groups of animals exhibit various patterns of complexities. For example, the digestive system in Platyhelminthes has only a single opening to the outside of the body that serves as both mouth and anus, and is hence called incomplete. A complete digestive system has two openings, mouth and anus. Similarly, the circulatory system may be of two types. 1. Open type circulatory system, in which the blood is pumped out of the heart and the cells and tissues are directly bathed in it. And 2. Closed type circulatory system, in which the blood is circulated through a series of vessels of varying diameters, that is, arteries, veins, and capillaries. Symmetry. Animals can be categorized on the basis of their symmetry. Sponges are mostly asymmetrical, that is, any plane that passes through the center does not divide them into equal halves. When any plane passing through the central axis of the body divides the organism into two identical halves, it is called radial symmetry. Coelenterats, ctenophores, and echinoderms have this kind of body plan. Animals like annelids, arthropods, etc., where the body can be divided into identical left and right halves in only one plane, exhibit bilateral symmetry. Diploblastic and triploblastic organization. Animals in which the cells are arranged in two embryonic layers, an external ectoderm and internal endoderm, are called diploblastic animals. For example, Coelenterata. An undifferentiated layer, mesoglea, is present in between the ectoderm and the endoderm. Those animals in which the developing embryo has a third germinal layer, mesoderm, in between the ectoderm and endoderm are called triploblastic animals, that is, Platyhelminthes to chordates. Coelom. Presence or absence of a cavity between the body wall and the gut wall is very important in classification. The body cavity, which is lined by mesoderm, is called coelom. Animals possessing coelom are called coelomates. For example, annelids, molluscs, arthropods, echinoderms, hemichordates, and chordates. In some animals, the body cavity is not lined by mesoderm. Instead, the mesoderm is present as scattered pouches in between the ectoderm and endoderm. Such a body cavity is called pseudocoelom, and the animals possessing them are called pseudocoelomates. For example, Aschelminthes. The animals in which the body cavity is absent are called Acoelomates. For example, Platyhelminthes. Segmentation. In some animals, the body is externally and internally divided into segments with a serial repetition of at least some organs. For example, in earthworm, the body shows this pattern called metameric segmentation, and the phenomenon is known as metamerism. Notochord. Notochord is mesodermally derived rod-like structure formed on the dorsal side during the embryonic development in some animals. Animals with notochord are called chordates, and those animals which do not form this structure are called non-chordates. For example, Porifera to echinoderms. Classification of animals. The broad classification of Animalia based on common fundamental features and the important characteristic of the different phyla are described as follows. Kingdom. Animalia, multicellular. Levels of organization. Cellular level. Symmetry. Mostly asymmetrical. Body cavity or coelom. Acylomata. Phylum Porifera. Levels of organization. Tissue or organ system. Symmetry. Number 1. Radial. Body cavity or coelom. Acylomata. Number 1. Phylum Coelenterata, that is, Cnidaria. Number 2. Phylum Ctenophora. Symmetry. Number 2. Bilateral. Body cavity or coelom. Number 1. Without body cavity, that is, Acoelomates. Phylum Platyhelminthes. body cavity or coelom. Number 2, with false coelom, that is pseudocoelomates. Phylum Aschelminthes, body cavity or coelom. Number 3, with true coelom, that is coelomates. Number 1, phylum Annelida. Number 2, phylum Arthropoda. Number 3, phylum Mollusca. Number 4, phylum Echinodermata. Number 5, phylum Hemichordata. Number 6, phylum Chordata. The important characteristic features of the different phyla are described. Phylum Porifera. Members of this phylum are commonly known as sponges. They are generally marine and mostly asymmetrical animals. These are primitive multicellular animals and have cellular level of organization. Sponges have a water transport or canal system. Water enters through minute pores, that is ostia in the body wall, into a central cavity, spongocele, from where it goes out through the osculum. This pathway of water transport is helpful in food gathering, respiratory exchange, and removal of waste. Coenocytes or collar cells line the spongocele and the canals. Digestion is intracellular. The body is supported by a skeleton made up of speckule or spongin fibers. Sexes are not separate, that is hermaphrodite. That is, eggs and sperms are produced by the same individual. Sponges reproduce asexually by fragmentation and sexually by formation of gametes. Fertilization is internal and development is indirect, having a larval stage which is morphologically distinct from the adult. For example, Sycon, that is Scypha, Spongilla, that is freshwater sponge, and Euspongia, that is bath sponge. Phylum Coelenterata, that is Cnidaria. They are aquatic, mostly marine, sessile or free-swimming, radially symmetrical animals. The name Cnidaria is derived from the cnidoblast or cnidocytes, which contain the stinging capsules or nematocytes present on the tentacles and the body. Cnidoblasts are used for anchorage, defense, and for the capture of prey. Cnidarians exhibit tissue level of organization and are diploblastic. They have a central gastrovascular cavity with a single opening, mouth on hypostome. Digestion is extracellular and intracellular. Some of the cnidarians, for example, corals, have a skeleton composed of calcium carbonate. Cnidarians exhibit two basic body forms called polyp and medusa. The former is a sessile and cylindrical form like hydra, Adamsia, etc., whereas the latter is umbrella-shaped and free-swimming like Aurelia or jellyfish. Those cnidarians which exist in both forms exhibit alternation of generation, that is metagenesis, that is Polyps produce medusae asexually, and medusae form the polyps sexually. That is, for example, Obelia. For examples, Physalia, that is, Portuguese man of war. Adamsia, that is, sea anemone. Pentula, that is, sea pen. Gorgonia, that is, sea fan. And Mindrina, that is, brain coral. Phylum Ctenophora. Ctenophorus, commonly known as sea walnut or comb jellies, are exclusively marine, radially symmetrical, diploblastic organisms with tissue level of organization. The body bears 8 external rows of ciliated comb plates, which help in locomotion. Digestion is both extracellular and intracellular. Bioluminescence, that is, the property of a living organism to emit light, is well marked into ctenophores. Sexes are not separate. Reproduction takes place only by sexual means. Fertilization is external with indirect development. For example, Pleurobrachia and Ctenoplana. Phylum Platyhelminthes. They have dorso-ventrally flattened body, hence are called flatworms. These are mostly endoparasites found in animals including human beings. Flatworms are bilaterally symmetrical, triploblastic, and acoelomate animals with organ level of organization. Hooks and suckers are present in the parasitic forms. Some of them absorb nutrients from the host directly through their body surface. Specialized cells called flame cells help in osmoregulation and excretion. Sexes are not separate. Fertilization is internal and development is through many larval stages. Some members like Planaria possess high regeneration capacity. For example, Taenia, that is, tapeworm. Fasciola, that is, liver fluke. Phylum Aschelminthes. The body of the Aschelminthes is circular in cross-section, hence the name roundworms. They may be free-living, aquatic, and terrestrial or parasitic in plants and animals. Roundworms have organ system level of body organization. They are bilaterally symmetrical, triploblastic, and pseudocoelomate animals. Alimentary canal is complete with a well-developed muscular pharynx. An excretory tube removes body waste from the body cavity through the excretory pore. Sexes are separate, that is, dioecious. That is, males and females are distinct. Often females are longer than males. Fertilization is internal and development may be direct. Young ones resemble the adult or indirect. For example, Ascaris, that is, roundworm. Wuchereria, that is, filaria worm. Ancylostoma, that is, hookworm. Phylum Annelida. They may be aquatic, that is, marine and freshwater or terrestrial, free-living and sometimes parasitic. They exhibit organ system level of body organization and bilateral symmetry. They are triploblastic, metamerically segmented, and coelomate animals. Their body surface is distinctly marked out into segments or metameres and hence the phylum name Annelida. In Latin, annules means little ring. They possess longitudinal and circular muscles which help in locomotion. Aquatic annelids like Nereis possess lateral appendages, parapodia, which help in swimming. A closed circulatory system is present. Nephridia, that is singular form of nephridium, help in osmoregulation and excretion. Neural system consists of paired ganglia, that is singular form of ganglion connected by lateral nerves to a double ventral nerve cord. Nereis, an aquatic form, is dioecious, but earthworms and leeches are monoecious. Reproduction is sexual. For example, Nereis ferretima, that is earthworm, and Hirudinaria, that is blood-sucking leech. Phylum Arthropoda. This is the largest phylum of Animalia, which includes insects. Over 2/3 of all named species on Earth are arthropods. They have organ system level of organization. They are bilaterally symmetrical, triploblastic, segmented and coelomate animals. The body of arthropods is covered by chitinous exoskeleton. The body consists of head, thorax, and abdomen. They have jointed appendages. That is, arthros means joint, poda means appendages. Respiratory organs are gills, book lungs, or tracheal system. Circulatory system is of open type. Sensory organs like antennae, eyes, that is compound and simple, stetocysts or balancing organs are present. Excretion takes place through Malpighian tubules. They are mostly dioecious. Fertilization is usually internal. They are mostly oviparous. Development may be direct or indirect. For examples, economically important insects, apis, that is honeybee, bombyx, that is silkworm, lacifer, that is lark insect, vectors, anopheles, culex, and aedes, that is mosquitoes, gregarious pest, locusta, that is locust, living fossil, limmules, that is king crab. Phylum Mollusca. This is the second largest animal in phylum. Mollusks are terrestrial or aquatic, that is marine or freshwater, having an organ system level of organization. They are bilaterally symmetrical, triploblastic, and coelomate animals. Body is covered by a calcareous shell and is unsegmented with a distinct head, muscular foot, and visceral hump. A soft and spongy layer of skin forms a mantle over the visceral hump. The space between the hump and the mantle is called the mantle cavity, in which feather-like gills are present. They have respiratory and excretory functions. The anterior head region has sensory tentacles. The mouth contains a file-like rasping organ for feeding called radula. They are usually dioecious and oviparous with indirect development. For examples, phyla, that is apple snail, Pinctada, that is pearl oyster, sepia, that is cuttlefish, loligo, that is squid, octopus, that is devilfish, aplysia, that is sea hare, dentalium, that is tusk shell, and Chetoplura, that is chiton. Phylum Echinodermata. These animals have an endoskeleton of calcareous ossicles and hence the name Echinodermata, that is spiny-bodied. All are marine with organ system level of organization. The adult echinoderms are radially symmetrical, but larvae are bilaterally symmetrical. They are triploblastic and coelomate animals. Digestive system is complete with mouth on the lower, that is ventral side, and anus on the upper, that is dorsal side. The most distinctive feature of echinoderms is the presence of water vascular system, which helps in locomotion, capture, and transport of food and respiration. An excretory system is absent. Sexes are separate. Reproduction is sexual. Fertilization is usually external. Development is indirect with free-swimming larvae. For examples, Asteris, that is starfish, Echinus, that is sea urchin, Antedon, that is sea lily, Cucumaria, that is sea cucumber, and Ophiura, that is brittle star. Phylum Hemichordata. Hemichordata was earlier considered as subphylum under phylum Chordata, but now it is placed as a separate phylum under Non-chordates. Hemichordates have a rudimentary structure in the collar region called stomochord, a structure similar to notochord. This phylum consists of a small group of worm-like marine animals with organ system level of organization. They are bilaterally symmetrical, triploblastic, and coelomate animals. The body is cylindrical and is composed of anterior proboscis, a collar, and a long trunk. Circulatory system is of open type. Respiration takes place through gills. Excretory organ is proboscis gland. Sexes are separate. Fertilization is external. Development is indirect. For examples, balenoglossus and saccoglossus. Phylum Chordata. Animals belonging to phylum Chordata are fundamentally characterized by the presence of a notochord, a dorsal hollow nerve cord, and paired pharyngeal gill slits. These are bilaterally symmetrical, triploblastic, and coelomate with organ system level of organization. They possess a post-anal tail and a closed circulatory system. Table presents a comparison of salient features of chordates and non-chordates. Comparison of chordates and non-chordate. Chordates. Non-chordates. Chordates. 1. Notochord present. Non-chordates. Notochord absent. Chordates. 2. Central nervous system is dorsal, hollow and single. Non-chordates. Central nervous system is ventral, solid and double. Chordates. 3. Pharynx perforated by gill slits. Non-chordates. Gill slits are absent. Chordates. 4. Heart is ventral. Non-chordates. Heart is dorsal, if present. Chordates. 5. A post-anal part, that is tail, is present. Non-chordates. Post-anal tail is absent. Phylum Chordata is divided into 3 subphyla: Urochordata or Tunicata, Cephalochordata and Vertebrata. Subphyla Urochordata and Cephalochordata are often referred to as protochordates and are exclusively marine. In Urochordata, notochord is present only in larval tail, while in Cephalochordata it extends from head to tail region and is persistent throughout their life. For examples, Euchordata, Acidia, Sulpa, Doliolum. Cephalochordata, Branchiostoma, that is Amphioxus or lanceolate. The members of subphylum Vertebrata possess notochord during the embryonic period. The notochord is replaced by a cartilaginous or bony vertebral column in the adult. Thus, all vertebrates are chordates, but all chordates are not vertebrates. Besides the basic chordate characters, vertebrates have a ventral muscular heart with 2, 3 or 4 chambers, kidneys for excretion and osmoregulation, and paired appendages, which may be fins or limbs. The subphylum Vertebrata is further divided as follows. Vertebrata. Division. Division Agnatha. Legs, jaw. Class 1. Cyclostomata. Division Gnathostomata. Bear's jaw. Superclass. Superclass Pisces, that is bear fins. Class 1. Chondric thighs. 2. Ostich thighs. Superclass Tetrapoda, bear limbs. Class 1. Amphibia. 2. Reptilia. 3. Aves. 4. Mammals. Class Cyclostomata. All living members of the class Cyclostomata are ectoparasites on some fishes. They have an elongated body bearing 6 to 15 pairs of gill slits for respiration. Cyclostomes have a sucking and circular mouth without jaws, legs, or agnatha. Their body is devoid of scales and paired fins. Cranium and vertebral column are cartilaginous. Circulation is of closed type. Cyclostomes are marine, but migrate for spawning to fresh water. After spawning, within a few days, they die. Their larvae, after metamorphosis, return to the ocean. For examples, Petromyzon, that is lamprey, and Myzine, that is hagfish. Class Chondrichthyes. They are marine animals with streamlined body and have cartilaginous endoskeleton. Mouth is located ventrally. Notochord is persistent throughout life. Gill slits are separate and without operculum, that is gill cover. Their skin is tough, slippery, and containing minute placoid scales. Teeth are modified placoid scales, which are backwardly directed. They are gnathostomata or jaw bears. Their jaws are very powerful. These animals are predaceous. Due to the absence of air bladder, they have to swim constantly to avoid sinking. Heart is two-chambered, that is, one auricle and one ventricle. Some of them have electric organs, that is, for example, torpedo, and some possess poison sting, that is, for example, trigon. They are cold-blooded, that is, poikilothermous animals, that is, they lack the capacity to regulate their body temperature. Sexes are separate. Males have pelvic fins or bare claspers. They have internal fertilization and many of them are viviparous. For examples, Scoliodon, that is dogfish, Pristis, that is showfish, Carcharodon, that is great white shark, Trigon, that is stingray. Class Osteichthyes. It includes both marine and freshwater fishes with bony endoskeleton. Their body is streamlined. Mouth is mostly terminal. They have 4 pairs of gills, which are covered by an operculum on each side. Skin is covered with cycloid or tenoid scales. Air bladder is present, which regulates buoyancy. Heart is two-chambered, that is, one auricle and one ventricle. They are cold-blooded animals. Sexes are separate. Fertilization is usually external. They are mostly oviparous and development is direct. For examples, marine, Exocetus, that is flying fish, Hippocampus, that is seahorse, freshwater, Labio, that is rohu, Katla, that is catla, Clarius, that is magur. In aquarium, Betta, that is fighting fish, Petrophyllum, that is angelfish. Class Amphibia. As the name indicates, that is Greek word amphi means dual, bio means life. Amphibians can live in aquatic as well as terrestrial habitats. Most of them have 2 pairs of limbs. Body is divisible into head and trunk. Tail may be present in some. The amphibian skin is mostly moist and greasy, that is, without scales. The eyes have eyelids. A trypanium represents the ear. Alimentary canal Urinary and reproductive tracts open into a common chamber called cloaca, which opens to the exterior. Respiration is by gills, lungs, and through skin. The heart is three-chambered, that is, two auricles and one ventricle. These are cold-blooded animals. Sexes are separate. Fertilization is external. They are oviparous and development is indirect. For examples, bufo, that is toad, rana, that is frog, hyla, that is tree frog, salamandra, that is salamander, ichthyophis, that is limbless amphibia. Class Reptilia. The class name refers to their creeping or crawling mode of locomotion, that is, word Latin repair or reptum, to creep or crawl. They are mostly terrestrial animals, and their body is covered by dry and cornified skin, epidermal scales or scutes. They do not have external ear openings. Tympanum represents ear. Limbs, if present, then two pairs. Heart is usually three-chambered, that is, two auricles and one incomplete divide ventricle, but four-chambered in crocodiles. Reptiles are cold-blooded, that is, poikilothermous. Snakes and lizards shed their scales as skin cast. Sexes are separate. Fertilization is internal. They are oviparous and their development is direct. For examples, chelone, that is turtle, testudo, that is tortoise, chameleon, that is tree lizard, calots, that is garden lizard, crocodilius, that is crocodile, alligator, that is alligator, hemidactyls, that is wall lizard, poisonous snakes, naja, that is cobra, bengarus, that is krait, vipera, that is viper. Class Aves. The characteristic features of aves, that is birds, are the presence of feathers, and most of them can fly except flightless birds. That is, for example, ostrich. They possess beak. The forelimbs are modified into wings. The hind limbs generally have scales and are modified for walking, swimming, or clasping the tree branches. Skin is dry without glands except the oil glands at the base of the tail. Endoskeleton is fully ossified, that is bony, and the long bones are hollow with the air cavities, that is pneumatic. The digestive tract of birds have additional chambers, the crop and gizzard. Heart is completely four-chambered. They are warm-blooded, that is homeothermous animals, that is, they are able to maintain a constant body temperature. Respiration is by lungs. Air sacs connected to lungs supplement respiration. Sexes are separate. Fertilization is internal. They are oviparous and development is direct. For examples, Corvus, that is crow. Columba, that is pigeon. Sitacula, that is parrot. Sturthio, that is ostrich. Pavo, that is peacock. Aptenodytes, that is penguin. Neophron, that is vulture. Class Mammalia. They are found in a variety of habitats: polar ice caps, deserts, mountains, forests, grasslands, and dark caves. Some of them have adapted to fly or live in water. The most unique mammalian characteristic is the presence of milk-producing glands, that is, mammary glands, by which the young ones are nourished. They have two pairs of limbs, adapted for walking, running, climbing, burrowing, swimming, or flying. The skin of mammals is unique in possessing hair. External ears or pinna are present. Different types of teeth are present in the jaw. Heart is four-chambered. They are homeothermous. Respiration is by lungs. Sexes are separate and fertilization is internal. They are viviparous with few exceptions and development is direct. For examples, oviparous, ornithorynx, that is platypus. Vivoporous, macropes, that is kangaroo. Pteropus, that is flying fox. Camules, that is camel. Macaca, that is monkey. Rattus, that is rat. Canis, that is dog. Felis, that is cat. Elephas, that is elephant. Equus, that is horse. Delphinus, that is common dolphin. Balanoptera, that is blue whale. Panthera tigris, that is tiger. Panthera leo, that is lion. Salient features of different phyla in the animal kingdom. Phylum Porifera. Level of organization, cellular. Symmetry, various. Coelom, absent. Segmentation, absent. Digestive system, absent. Circulatory system, absent. Respiratory system, absent. Distinctive features: body with pores and canals in walls. Phylum Coelenterata, that is Cnidaria. Level of organization, tissue, symmetry, radial, coelom, absent. Segmentation, absent. Digestive system, incomplete. Circulatory system, absent. Respiratory system, absent. Distinctive features: Cnidoblasts, present. Phylum Ctenophora. Level of organization, tissue, symmetry, radial, coelom, absent. Segmentation, absent. Digestive system, incomplete. Circulatory system, absent. Respiratory system, absent. Distinctive features: comb plates for locomotion. Phylum Platyhelminthes. Level of organization, organ and organ system, symmetry, bilateral, coelom, absent. Segmentation, absent. digestive system incomplete, circulatory system absent, respiratory system absent. Distinctive feature: flat body, suckerus. Phylum Aschelminthes. Level of organization, organ system, symmetry, bilateral, coelom, pseudocoelomate, segmentation, absent, digestive system, complete, circulatory system, absent, respiratory system, absent. Distinctive features: often worm-shaped, elongated. Phylum Annelida. Level of organization, organ system, symmetry, bilateral, coelom, coelomate, segmentation, present, digestive system, complete, circulatory system, present, respiratory system, absent. Distinctive features: body segmentation like rings. Phylum Arthropoda. Level of organization, organ system, symmetry, bilateral, coelom, coelomate, segmentation, present, digestive system, complete, circulatory system, present, respiratory system, present. Distinctive features: exoskeleton of cuticle jointed appendages. Phylum Mollusca. Level of organization, organ system, symmetry, bilateral, coelom, coelomate, segmentation, absent, digestive system, complete, circulatory system, present, respiratory system, present. Distinctive features: external skeleton of cell usually present. Phylum Echinodermata. Level of organization, organ system, symmetry, radial, coelom, coelomate, segmentation, absent, digestive system, complete, circulatory system, present, respiratory system, present. Distinctive features: water vascular system, radial symmetry. Phylum Hemichordata. Level of organization, organ system, symmetry, bilateral, coelom, coelomate, segmentation, absent, digestive system, complete, circulatory system, present, respiratory system, present. Distinctive features: worm-like with proboscis collar and trunk. Phylum Chordata. Level of organization, organ system, symmetry, bilateral, coelom, coelomate, segmentation, present, digestive system, complete, circulatory system, present, respiratory system, present. Distinctive features: notochord, dorsal hollow nerve cord, gill slits with limbs or